Okay, hi guys. Sorry for the delay. I honestly was trying to take a little nap before I got started, and then my alarm apparently just decided not to work, and I overslept. 10 minutes late. My bad. I'm on. Whoops. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, I don't make this mistake. Today definitely made the mistake. Whoops. So please forgive me on that. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot to do today. What's with my camera? Is the image upside down or am I upside down? What's happening here? Um, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why my drawing is upside down. Oh, because my drawing is upside down. Duh. Hey, Frozzy. Hey, Harsha. Sorry for the delay. Hopefully, nobody was, yeesh. Anyways, let's get started. It's supposed to be a quick one today. I'm going to finish it in like an hour because I have to go to the grocery store. But I'm excited. Where is my iPad? Man, what is happening in my life? 1 second, guys. People were like, this guy's live stream sucks. If you're new to the channel, my name is Josh. I'm an artist and right now just frazzled because I am super unprepared. So I was supposed to wake up 15 minutes ago, or 20 minutes ago, and overslept that sucker. Alright. Back to normal. Anyways, if it's your first time here, please like and subscribe, whether you think I'm prepared or not. But also, hey, if you got a pen and paper, please grab some, scroll together, get an hour session in, you know what I mean? Let's see. We're using a few pens today. I'm gonna draw this in. Classic 1 micron here is a good one. Are we in focus? Yeah, we're in focus. I think we're in focus. We also have the 5, which is a little bit thicker lines for the darker shadows right across the Terminator line with light and darkness. The 05 and the 003 are going to be the small ones for when light hits it, which will be the rest, most of this part. This, as you can see, I have some of it already drawn. Oh, just my luck, my alarm didn't go off. All right. So how are we doing this? Harsha requested a Bernie Wrightson style drawing, right? And that's tough because Bernie does so much darn detail. He whoops me to death. Like, there's no way I can keep up with that kind of style of detail. But I'm gonna give it a shot, I'm gonna give it a shot. So we're gonna go up here to grab the number 5 micron. Okay. And we're gonna start detailing the buildings. And these are some of the objects. And I'm gonna hopefully finish some of this within the hour. If not, then we'll get to it. But we're closing in. We're closing in on how to do this. Okay, so how are you guys doing? How's your Wednesday or your Thursday? I'm not sure what day it is. Where you're at, Harsha? I had to do a logo today for another channel called Lost in Retro, YouTube channel, buddy of mine's channel. Actually, really fun to see how you can like go get these like, it's kind of like swap meets, and you find some really cool retro. He finds retro games, like cool deals on old games. I guess he resells them or does something with them, but sometimes he finds gold. Sometimes he doesn't find much. But it's just fun to follow somebody shopping around to find retro cool classics, and I love retro. Built an entire trading card game based off of it. Because retro is just fun. Things were simpler back then. Back in the day, games and the way the world worked to me was much more fun than the way it works today. And I'm not trying to say it from a perspective of like, oh, I'm old, or young kids have it all easy kind of mentality. I'm trying to say it from a perspective of like, I play games these days, I'm a big gamer. Currently, I play Call of Duty too much, but I also play like Final Fantasy, StarCraft. Big fan of it's just started Borderlands and Fallout 3. So I play all different types of games. I don't play sports games. Not a fan of sports games. The reason why is just because I don't know anything about sports. Never been really into sports. Played football in high school or middle school, but like it's not my cup of tea. I'm more of a fantasy kind of Lord of the Rings, Elden Ring kind of style gamer. So what I'm saying is, like, back in the day, games just had more of they just felt better, I guess. And they weren't even, the graphics weren't even that good, but they just felt like slower paced and a little bit more epic of a tale. These days they have so much to them, and I feel like they try too hard. I kind of lose my attention in the game, but some people enjoy the games they create these days, but I'm not much of a fan. But also, I have to give it to the fact that I haven't been able to play a full game, like a story mode, except for Assassin's Creed, which is coming out with an Asian, like a Japan feudal war looking version. I love Assassin's Creed, and I will always play Assassins. I didn't play the newest one, but because I got bad reviews, but kind of wish I could play games like back in the day. It felt better. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like the games today are they're either too short, they don't have enough character development, or something's going on that I don't like it. There's a Star Wars game I'll be buying that's like coming out soon. I'm excited for that. It's like a role-playing Star Wars game, like open world, which would be like the first time they've done something like this. Except for like Shadows of the Empire, I feel like that was the closest thing they had to an open world. Anyways, do you guys play games? Like, what kind of games do y'all play? I get a lot of art ideas from video games. I feel like they do the best of teaching me angles and creative thoughts and all kinds of cool stuff. Not too many people watching today. That sucks. probably because I've been on this piece for too long. I probably need to switch up and finish this up and work on another piece. That or I just chose a terrible time. So you can see here I'm drawing straight lines for the windows, but for the building I'm going sideways. And this is because I'm trying to show, and I could have swapped the style of it, but I'm trying to show a difference in the shading so it doesn't get overwhelming for the eyes, so they can pick out what's the building, what's the windows. It's easier if you change up the angle. And plus, since my light source could be coming from this direction, this is going to be under the shadow. This is going to be shadow, and there'll be a pretty strict line of where the lights might start, probably like that. That's where it's going to get, you can start seeing all these characters a little better and lighter. Yeah. The Bernie Wrightson style, it's mainly just patience of just continually doing these lines. That's what the hard part is, the lines, you know? Being patient with yourself and not trying to overshoot these lines too. Like some of these lines get a little rackety, but staying focused is key. It'll all come together once it's done. Once it's all finished, you'll have this hyper detailed piece, you know what I mean? A mix between the comic book world and our Bernie Wrightson style. And just to darken it up, you just want to draw more lines where the shadows are going to be. I put all the shadows on the right side because there's going to be a Terminator line of the people and everybody, which will be kind of tough to draw. For example, like because I'm going to do, I have a line here, you can't really see it where the shadow's going to be hitting. It's kind of like the person's here, and then I have to draw their outfits. Right, I'll show you. See if I can do it. Can't believe I overslept. Makes me angry. Oh shoot, he's not in that line. He's on the line. These guys are on this line. Itchy. What's the, oh, I got bit by an ant or something. And then I'll take this smaller one here and then kind of draw the rest of this guy here. And then draw these characters. So there'll be, you know, you can see that somewhere in dark, and then all these guys will be in a thicker line, and this one will be lighter lines to kind of show the shadows. And I'll be putting the shadow in there, so hopefully it works out. But we will see. All of this is trial and error. Dang, something bit me. Crap. Okay, so let's continue down here with the building. Finish this one full building out. Just watched a movie called If by Ryan Reynolds, and it's a kind of a kids family movie. It's really good. It's really like heartwarming, so it makes you want to tear up just because how heartwarming. It's not like really sad, but it kind of reminds you of like when you were a kid. I don't know if you had imaginary friends. I didn't have an imaginary friend. I wasn't crazy like that. Just kidding. I did imagine a lot of crazy stuff though. I always role played and acted like a kid. But I never had an imaginary friend. I always thought that was like, my friend was really just, you know, strange to me, I guess. Drawing background is my greatest weakness. Well, you're not alone in that. I think that's a lot of people's weaknesses. The background is daunting because you think that, you know, the perspective thing is rough. Sister's trying to call me right now. Golly, what? Look at this. Something got me. Freaking mosquito or something got me. Gee whiz. I did start late. Harsha, I apologize. My alarm didn't go off. I thought I was like, I'm just gonna take a 10-minute nap. Apparently I never pushed the button to start the timer. Frozzy, yeah. That's cool. You know, I'm similar to that too. When you're driving in the car and just watching the wolves go by, I used to imagine Godzilla a lot. I'm a big Godzilla fan. And let me shut my door real quick. Oh, biscuit, this itch is like crazy. Or I always imagine like some superheroes running beside the car, having a battle or something, you know? Alarms are not fun, man. They just be jacking us up. So I do apologize for that. It was not my intention to start this late. But it happens, you know, it happens because it's life. But the movie was good. Highly recommend it. Very sweet. That's cool. Yeah, imagine from jumping from building to building. I guess I didn't tell anybody on my live stream that I'm live. I mean, on my Discord I'm live. Oh no, the music just died. Of course. There we go. So usually when you draw backgrounds, you want to be less detailed. You want to like kind of blur out things. You want to kind of keep it from distracting from the content that's the main object, which is the main characters, right? In this sense, a Bernie Wrightson style, or even my style, I don't agree to that law. I think that's a very, I just don't agree to it. I just don't do it. I like detail. I like the eyes being able to just travel through the image and never stop looking for things. I think that's a fun way of drawing. It doesn't mean that's the best way to draw. It doesn't mean it's helpful in many ways. Like art teachers won't tell you to do that. You know, they'll tell you to, you know, proportion things correctly. And I say, oh well, screw that. I'll do my own way. You know. I enjoy having that difference. That's what you get to do yourself. You get to create your own world. Like, don't let anybody tell you what to do. You can use tools to help, you know, draw what you want to draw if you want to learn to get better. But it doesn't mean it's the rules that you have to always follow. In fact, breaking those rules is part of the process of doing art, you know. Boston Retro, you made it. Glad to have you here. Yeah, thank you, Ross. Emilio. This is the channel. Lost in Retro is the guy who does the kind of like the cool retro purchasing of games and like shopping around. It's fun. You know, it'd be cool, Emilio, if you got these games that you bought and then went home and tested if they actually worked, and then played them, like play a few rounds and just, you know, talk about the game and its development and stuff. I think that'd be fun because some of the games you pick up I had never seen before. I mean, most of them I've seen, but like it'd be fun for you kind of throw those kind of videos in there too every once in a while. Just a suggestion, not you'd have to. Just thought it was cool. I was like, hey, I wish you would play that. Because you picked up like I think it was a snowboarding game or something once, and I was like, oh, I wonder how that actually plays out. I wonder if it even works, honestly, half those games, because I used to buy games like that, and then sometimes they just wouldn't work, and I get freaking scammed. Sucked. So I don't buy things off of eBay anymore, though. Frozzy, yeah. And this is the fun part of doing backgrounds, is when you get to add all the details and you don't have to worry about like, oh, is this appropriate? Like, is this okay? Or, you know, you can have fun. It's fun. It's fun, I say. I tell you. Yuko, welcome. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's going to be highly detailed. So we'll get some good stuff going. Currently just throwing in a building or two. Then I'm going to move my way over here to kind of show you what it's going to look like in this section. Because I think that at the speed I'm going right now, let's see, it's already 7:37. What the dookiness? Okay, in about 30 minutes I have to finish. That's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, you know? Then again, I did start 10 minutes late, so. How you doing, Yoko? Yuko, sorry, Yoko. Calling you Yoko. I'm gonna call you Yukori. It's always good to put some boxes and random things in the image hidden away, just because what it does is not that you can tell what it is. It's that when you step back from the image, right? You zoom out a little bit from not being so close. Your eyes will start to make up things, right? You'll start to actually be making up things in your mind without actually realizing it, and it pulls away a little bit and helps distract the viewer. So that's always a good little technique. And then building out some dark lines every once in a while is always good. You don't really want to I'm not going to cross hatch. I cross hatched right here to test it, and it worked out fine. But I decided to pull away from the cross hatching a little bit because it's so much detail that I felt like it pulls. So right now I'm going over the cross hatching to kind of pull away a little bit to separate. So I like the straight line thing. Bernie does a lot of straight lines. His cross hatching is minimal in comparison. He likes to detail with straight lines in one direction for a while, and I like that too. You got your new PC? Nice. Oh, you sent the link of the PC? I didn't see it. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't see it. My bad. Moving from the 5 down to the 1. The 1 is going to be for the vehicles. I think that's what I did the vehicles for. Drawing some motorcycles right now. And this right here, you wouldn't be able to tell what it is unless you do the shadow. That's what is key. You always gotta do the shadow, and that really kind of separates it from the rest of the world that you're building. Once you're done, because I'll be doing lines this way, because you kind of want to have this flowing line go this straight. If I did straight lines going down this way, it would mean like everything's moving that direction, coming downwards, and I don't want that. Even though it is, these guys are moving that way. That's my parallel. These lines are going upwards. I want lines going across so you can see the details of everything differently. Putting in the bat bite here. At least I'm trying to. I really don't know what it looks like very well. Go with the Christopher Nolan's bat bike, you know. Those double wheels. I'm not really sure how the wheels spin around, you know. In the movie, you know how they kind of like rotate around each other around the bike? I'm like, how does that actually work? Like, is that even possible? Don't know. Also don't know is why my head itches and I'm itchy. Ugh. Got too frazzled. Alright, let's draw this here. Cool. Well, you know, hopefully the PC works out for you, Yuko. You can create a lot of cool projects from it, you know, which is the point, right? How's your One Piece of the couple by the tree? How's that coming along? Been able to work with it at all today, or since you got the computer, I guess? Are you using Photoshop for that? I forget. Hear what you said. Krita. That's right. Krita. That's what it was called. Yeah, that's okay. Still have yet to check that out. I need to get to that. Yeah, babysitting will that'll tire you out. Babies, so needy. Gosh, these days babies just have no respect for people's personal time. exchange of this dude here. It's hard to draw people so small. And still try to tell the detail of the story with it. But no challenge is impossible. What are the updates on the comic challenge? I'm on my page number 2 inking, so I should be done I should literally finish right at the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the 29th is when I should be done with mine. So once we're done on the 31st, we'll submit everything on the 31st for the comic book, whether we're finished, where you're at. It doesn't matter if it's fully finished yet. It's just about having fun. You can always finish it later, but definitely give it a shot. You know what I mean? Like, give it a go. I know, Harsha, you probably done it 3 times over. You know, you're like, these people were slow. But I'm slow because you gave me an impossible drawing to draw Spider-Man, Batman. It's all your fault. So I blame you, sir. I blame you. No, I'm just kidding. I've been working on some other projects to get by and some logos I had to do for people and stuff, so. Babies love to be in people's arms, it's cute, but I haven't found a system to cook and other chores and hold them. I don't know how parents do it. You're done with it? I'm sure you're done with it. But Yuko, you gotta go the Asian style of like wrapping the baby around your chest with like that like cloth and then getting it done. The baby just can't really move and do anything, it just sits there and does stuff with you. I mean, that's what my mom did. She did all her chores and then had me attached to her back. I'm sure sometimes she just forgot I was even there too. I don't know. Having kids must be hard though. I have no idea. I used to babysit kids when I was younger, but I had a lot more energy to do all that, so I don't know how to do it as a parent probably. Try to have kids myself. A lot harder than you think. Definitely not a task that just comes easy. Some people just get pregnant. Don't understand how that works. Who knew? But we just started trying roughly this year, so it doesn't really matter. We decided we wanted to have freedom to live our youthful lives for a while. And, you know, it's probably a smart idea in many cases. One of my friends is on his 5th kid. 5th child. I'm like, dang, dude. Dang. But the love of having a child is probably very good. Why am I so itchy? I'm drawing some of these elephants out. I gotta remember to create the lines spaced out a little bit for the ears and the shadows. Chris Maycock, welcome, welcome. Henrik Klee. Is he a newspaper artist? Looks like I've been in this area a while. No, not really that long. I just haven't. I don't work on this unless I'm live streaming, really. So it's like I'm doing it live. You know, like if I did this today, I'd be done with most of it. But I was doing other stuff like logos, which I usually do. I try to keep it as real time as possible, but I think I'm going to start actually doing this without the live stream so I can get it done. So I'm kind of, I've been on this a little bit too long for live stream. I'm just kind of looking like I don't move anywhere. So I need to get past it. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, because the moment I'm done with this live stream, it's not like I go and draw this somewhere else or continue this, you know. Yeah, parents that have that many kids and, you know, and able to take care of them, they're heroes to me. Freaking phenomenal. I don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it. I don't even have time for myself, much less a child. I mean, I hope my kid is an artistic kid, but no forcing, you know? I'll look him up, Henrik Klee. Let's see what he's got. Oh yeah, he's fantastic. Look at this artwork. Wow. Oh yeah, I know his work. I didn't know this was the artist though. Oh, he's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at those lines. And his expressions and character movement is fantastic. Look at that. That's quite brilliant, I must say. Quite brilliant. Some people are just, you know, they've got a really good way with lines and expressing lines. It's one of the things you have to develop. I think it's fun to develop for yourself is like how you're going to tell your story and be creative. That's why I say break the rules a little bit. I've been working on my style for a while, mainly because I like his style. So his style was originally like how I started learning to draw like this, but I pulled away because it was, he's very scribbly. You can see that he's kind of got a scribble look, but it works very beautifully. But I started realizing I'm a perfectionist in many ways, so like even though I'm messing up a few times here and there, I still want to get my lines in place. I have a weird thing with it, so. But yeah, you know, it's we're all really good, you know, at doing art. Yet we think we aren't, possibly, but we are. You are, Frozzy, you are, Yuko, all of you guys are. Harsha. Even Randy, I was talking to Randy today. You know, he felt like he wasn't progressing and doing stuff very well as he thought he would be at his, you know, this much effort he's put into it. But I told him I looked at his artwork from when we started doing this live stream till now, and he's made leaps and bounds of skill improvement. He just probably doesn't see it because he's working so hard at it, you know. And But I see it. I absolutely see it. And I think a lot of other people see it as well. They just, you know, he probably just doesn't see it. Which is part of the trick, is reminding yourself that it's okay. It's okay that you're not 100% yet. It's 100, you know, it's okay that you're not, you know, improving at a crazy rate and seeing you're not doing Da Vinci style drawings. Progression isn't always visible, is what I'm trying to say. So this is probably the hardest part for me, actually. When I'm drawing straight lines that are long, I could do the ruler, but it jacks up your felt tip pins using a ruler because you're pressing against the metal and the paper, and so it just eventually cuts your felt pins right in half. So it's best to be quick. That's what I want. The quicker, the better. The slower, the more jacked up line you're gonna get. But sometimes the details of messed up lines are actually works for you in a way, and it can work for you. Dang, this piece is going to be so insanely detailed. My gosh. I don't even know if a printer's going to be able to pick up all these lines. I mean, a printer, but a scanner. Some of these lines are so finely tuned. I hope so. It better. All this work and this thing can't be scanned. I'll be pissed. Chris, what are we working on? Are you drawing anything? Are you got anything you've been working on that you feeling good about? Yeah, I agree with you, Yuko. I agree with you 110%. I mean, shoot, if he just started and he's at that level, that's crazy. When I was a kid, it took me forever to get to that level. I mean, it takes people years to get to that level, so I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's going on about, because and we have some really talented people in the Discord. Of course, literally everybody's talented, but I'm really liking Frosty's thing is looking really good. I'm impressed by Frosty's comic book thing. Is really dope. That's really cool. And Harshes, of course, has this really fun story. I can't wait to see that thing inked out and ready to go. It's gonna be cool. So everybody's got something so cool. It brings something different to the table. It's nice. Even the beginner level, you know, it's fantastic. And Yuko, you have a really great style too, which actually I don't see anyone else really have in the Discord. So you bring something really valuable to the whole thing, which is nice. Krusty Caveman does a really good job of bringing these really, like, his art to the table as well. The clothing was fantastic. I thought the clothing drawing of the wrinkles in the fabric that he posted up from the model thing that we did yesterday was absolutely, it's great because the wrinkles, he got it on point. And wrinkles and fabrics and stuff like that are always going to be a tough little thing to do, you know? Oh, shoot, I should just stay there. Okay, I've got like 10 minutes. Dang. I really wish I had more time with you guys. So every once in a while, I'll put in little details, like little bumps and stuff, into the art. And this is the kind of just show things that are on the ground or build differences in separation. It's not, I'm not going to do it all the time, but it's just to create that. Explicit? I mean, as long as it's not hardcore, like, you know, adult stuff, you know what I mean? Like, if it's just a nude person, or if it's violence, you know, I don't mind. You just use your best judgment. I'll let you take care of that, you know what I mean? Like, nothing super raunchy. Nothing offensive, too. Try to stay away from, like, any kind of racial things that it might be. I mean, like, for example, like, if you're going to post something like a Chinese man wearing a Chinese outfit, it's fine, absolutely 100% fine. Now, if he's saying ching chong chang or something like that, something that could be offensive to a group, you know, it's probably not going to be received well if we have anyone of the Asian thing in there. I don't really care. I don't get offended by anything, honestly. And people can make fun of Koreans all they want. It's not going to kill me. You know, I've heard it all, so. But yeah, just make your own judgment. But if it's nudity, just what kind of nudity, you know, if it is like sexual content, then it could be, you know, just tasteful. Violence is always appropriate. Why do I say violence is always appropriate? It's because every single comic book is based off of violence. And the stories that they tell are based in a violent manner of like, the world that we live in, politics and stuff, you know, so like that's fine. Blood and gore is a-okay in my channel to me. Totally down for violence. So here we're working out with this line here. I'm leaving a line. Oh, that was supposed to be a sewer, huh? Well, I screwed that one up. It's alright. In my mind, I was thinking that was a step. So I was actually going to do downward lines here to make them connect to this to give like depth. Didn't even think about that. Gosh, Josh. Forgot that was a sewer. I was supposed to do 3 lines straight down, but this will work. This still separated a little bit, and we can have some cut through lines here. See, running with mistakes is always a good thing. Yeah, that works. I mean, I wish I would have done a sewer. But it's okay. Like I said, you gotta. Art is about being creative, and if you look at any piece of artwork, there's 1,000 of these mistakes that turn into things that you enjoy and like, that you just don't realize, you know. That's why I like art. Frozzy, go for it. Love to see you post it. Let us see what it is. Okay, so for like, let me. I guess I could do it. Got a character here. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do here to show you the difference between light, and hopefully you will understand the light differences. I'm going to choose a thinner pin, the 003, right here. And we're going to continue these lines going downwards as if they're just continuing. Trying to keep the same distance apart. It'll be very kind of hard, but not impossible. Oh, that's rad. Yeah, that's a good style. It's kind of like what I'm doing here, where like the lines get thicker and thinner. Okay, maybe you can see it better this way now. So you see how there's a lot of darker, thicker lines, and then it goes to a thinner line, and all the objects over here to be held out to be a little bit. This is a little bit thicker line, of course, because it's a black elephant. You know what I mean? But the lines are thinner, and most of the characters will be thinner. The lines are a lot less detailed because they're in the sunlight, kind of thing. Right. In order to make this work and believable, you're going to want to go in with a pen. Here's a 5, right? My mic is quiet. I'm sorry. Is it quiet, guys? I'm sorry. I just 1 2 1 2. Oh, it is kind of quiet. Why is that? Oh, I have some kind of weird. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I realize my dB levels are lower than they should be usually. That's I'll have to fix that. I had some computer problems earlier today, so it could have been they messed it up and I have to restart my OBS system. But okay, let me try to speak a little bit louder before I go, so you guys know what I'm doing here. For like this, since the light's coming down at this direction, we're going to create thicker lines with a thicker pen, just following along, right? And that's going to build, of course, the shadows for these characters. And it kind of gives just a slight more depth to everything, but just enough depth to make it worthwhile. Okay. You got a haircut? How was it? Did you love your haircut from the Korean barber? Hey Daniel, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. And for like the darker lines, I'm gonna go with a thicker one here. How was Lotte World? Was it fun? Was it good? Was it everything you've ever dreamed it was going to be? And yeah. So yeah, now when you look at it, now you start to see the details, right? And the light. You see the light because there's shadows. There's a darkness and a lightness, and you can see that there's shadows here. Now, if I continue to do that, and I just continue nonstop, you'll have this background that you're looking for, a Bernie Wrightson style. It took a while to kind of figure out his style fully to get it, but I think we're on the right track now, you know. Oh, he got a perm, a pama. He looks like super Korean. I don't know if I ever got a perm. I'm kind of curious how I would look in a perm. I might have, I don't know. But perms are great. They keep your hair, you know, chilling for a while. I see why women get them, you know. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad that, you know, Korea was a fun trip, you know. It's rad. Very rad. Yeah, so that's it for today. I think that's a good start to show you where I'm going to be progressing. Art fight event this year. Art fight? There's an art fight? Yuka, why are you just telling us this now? Who's going to be fighting in art? Like, we're going to throw pins at each other? Or pencils? Or is it like sharp objects? Erasers? Let's turn off that music. Okay. Leave us a link. Put the link to the Discord. But let's zoom out for a second. All right, guys. To end the live stream today, I want to say sorry for starting a little bit late. That's my apologies. Bad me. But you can see how you can kind of draw the background of things, especially using the style of just lines being complex. This will separate from these characters who have more of a comic book tone to them and less drawn in. And you know, create the Bernie Wrightson style that Harsha was looking forward to, right? It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work because you've got, I mean, this part down here is a lot of work. I don't think the rest of the buildings are going to be that hard because they're a lot less not needed to be detailed in. And it's a lot more fun to do buildings because you already have the lines drawn out for most of these buildings. But tomorrow I will be going on earlier, of course, because I have to work a night shift. Well, let me see if I have to work a night shift. I don't even know what time I'm supposed to work tomorrow. Come on, Josh. Let's see. Tomorrow I work 4 to 8:45, so I can go on either at 2 p.m. and do an hour, or I can do 9:30. What do you guys think? Probably the 9:30, because you know I do late stuff. Anyways, maybe I'll go on late. Tomorrow will be a late night one because over there in other countries, you know, time's backwards. But I appreciate you guys watching, and sorry, PS, for my mic. Don't know what's happening with my computer, but maybe the update messed it up. Anyways, I really appreciate y'all. If you're creative, go create. And definitely share more of your work on the Discord. You guys have been doing great of sharing, and if you got questions, you want to give out anything, definitely let's do it. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe, tell a friend, high five somebody, you know, keep it real. And adios, guys. Peace.